Welcome to musicmoveit.com, and today we're going to discuss things that you should be doing before you even release your music. Do you have a new single or full album you're going to release soon? Well, I'm going to talk about some things that I want you to make sure you check off your list before you even think about releasing this music. Of course, study your market. We talked about marketing in the past in other videos, so make sure that you are marketing to the right people. Whether it's a single or an album, make sure your market is written down so you could see it, so you know exactly who to promote to. And this goes all the way from what stores to put the music in, what radio stations to send it to, what media outlets, what kind of clubs you should be performing at. Now, of course, your genre, if it's hip-hop, send your music to hip-hop publications. If it's country, the same. Rock, same. Same thing with venues. Obviously, you're not going to go to a country western bar to perform R&B or hip-hop. So this all goes into your marketing research. Make sure you know who you are going to market and promote to. Of course, the next thing you should know this by now, especially all of you who have stuck with me this whole time and been watching the videos, register your songs with your publishing company. Whether you're with ASCAP, CSAC, BMI, register those songs so they're there, so they know. Also, copyright. Copyright your music. Do it. It's important. If you ever find yourself in a lawsuit where you think somebody may have copied your music, you will have that copyright notice ready to go to court. It's not that expensive. I think it's around $55 maybe to copyright an entire album at once. I have a video that talks about that more. It's just simple to do. Just make sure you register it correctly. Go and watch my old video. It's in the playlist and you'll be able to find out more about that. Also, if you haven't signed up to Sound Exchange yet, you need to, because they're the ones who collect royalties when you're played on like Pandora, when you're played on Spotify, Sirius XM, things like that. They help collect those kind of royalties. So if you haven't visited them yet, if you haven't signed up yet, go to their website and do it now and register your music through them. Of course, it's at soundexchange.com. And I've talked about this before. Get a YouTube account. Make sure you have one. And what I would personally do is release a video for each song you have. Every song. Now, it doesn't have to be a straight up big budget music video, but if you have the money and the means to do a nice video for songs, do it and get it up on YouTube. If you don't have a huge budget to do like an MTV style video, you could put the songs up with pictures from your concerts, different pictures of you recording. You could even do the music with the lyrics on the screen for people. I've seen tons of artists do that and it seems to be pretty helpful. A lot of fans like that. So there's different ways to do a video, but put the videos on YouTube because YouTube is huge for getting your name out there. Of course, if you have all this music recorded, you're ready to release it, you need to have a distributor. It's easy to distribute your music out there these days. You could go through most of these companies like CD Baby, TuneCore, all them good companies. They will get your music to all the digital outlets. Of course, like iTunes, Amazon, all them digital outlets on the web, on the internet, you will be put in, and it's not that expensive to do. Some places charge by the album, some places charge by the song, but it's very minimal pricing. Sometimes there's just a flat rate to do it. But do it. Make sure you get a decent distributor that you feel comfortable with and that you feel like you can still make some money off your music through them. And the ones, of course, that'll get you in the most digital outlets. Now, I tell a lot of young artists or people just starting out who are releasing their first album, make a digital file with the following things inside this file. Now, this file can be on your computer, wherever you work out of most, whether it be a laptop. You can have a file on your phone that you can access through Dropbox or on your iPad, whatever it may be. Have a file with the following things. You should have WAV files of your songs or your full album. You should have MP3 files of the same songs, whether it be just a single or the full album. You should have a high resolution photo that you would put in press kits. I talked about it before, like 8x10 shot when you print it out, but just have press ready photos ready to go in this file. I would do instrumentals of either your singles or every song on the album. I would do radio-friendly versions of singles or of all the songs, depending what you're doing. If you're just releasing singles every few months, have radio versions ready to go. I would do a text file with all your album credits, who worked on the album as a producer, if there were any other songwriters who played guitar on this track, that track. Make a text file and have each song and put who produced it, who played music on it, songwriters, all that good stuff. Now you may be asking, why should I do this? Well, if you have a Dropbox, or you're working on your computer, say someone gets in touch with you and they're like, yeah, I need a copy of the new single, can you send it to me? Make sure it's radio friendly so there's no swear words. Or someone from the press might want to do a quick interview with you and they'll be like, do you have a digital photo of you? Can you send it right over? Can you send me your full album? Can you send me a wave of the song? We're going to play it. That way, say you're on the road, say you're touring, say you're even at work. You're working and you're a musician, you're an artist, and you're doing it independent. You could be like, no problem. Go on your phone, go to the Dropbox app, pick the file, and send it. It's that simple. That's why I'm saying keep a file folder of all these things so you have access to it anywhere. You could be on vacation in Hawaii. Someone might be like, I need a radio version of one of your songs. I need the new single. We want to play it this week. No problem. I'll send it right over. Dropbox, boom, done. Simple. Be sure to do that. It's important. And I try to tell all artists and bands to keep this accessible so you can just send it out. I also want to say, for your bio, keep it up to date. Say this is your third album. You shouldn't be sending the same old bio out from your first album. You should update it, saying that you had already released 2 prior albums. You get what I'm saying? Or if it was just 1 prior album, update the bio to reflect that. So keep things fresh with each release. You should definitely write a press release that is basically going to say that you are releasing an album, you're releasing a single. There's various ways to release a press release. If you're doing it now, I'm going to do a video on a press release, how to write one properly. But if you're doing it now, before my video comes out, you can Google it, the structure of how it should be done. Have one in your file folder too, so you can send it to media outlets. This is what you want to send to, either by mail or email to the press, media people, the news, magazine music editors, this type of thing. Send your press release out, and it would basically say such and such band is releasing their new album and this and that, and any kind of juicy things that you want in there that'll get someone's attention to do a story or an interview on you. Do you have someone really kind of famous playing guitar on the song? Put that in there. Things like that. Something that'll turn their heads and be like, oh, this guy's doing this. I'm going to give him a call, see what he's all about. So make sure you have a nice written press release that you could send digitally. Keep it in a file folder on Dropbox or on your computer. Make sure that your website is updated. Again, like your bio, it should be refreshed. Put fresh stuff on there. Just don't have the same old website with old pictures. Refresh it for your new release, whether it's a single or an album. Reflect it on your website. Put up fresh photos. Keep up with the news on there. New videos of you recording in the studio. Keep it fresh so people will come back. That's the best thing to do. Also, make sure you put the new music on all your digital music sites, such as if you're on Reverb Nation, or if you're signed up to Hardcore Jams or HardcoreMix.com, or if you're signed up to SoundCloud. Put all the new music on these sites. It's important. Keep it going. Bandcamp, all that stuff. Keep it all fresh. Keep it up to date. If you don't have time, hire someone to do it for you. It's important. And then, of course, if you do shows, if you tour, and you sell merchandise, get some fresh new designs done that reflect your new album or your new song. It's all about keeping things fresh. New designs, new everything. New album, boom. The fans want new stuff. They're going to be hungry for it. If they like you, they will buy it. I guarantee it. And then, of course, when you release the album, be sure to send it to all the right radio stations, college radio stations, Sirius XM stations that reflect your style of music. Be sure to send it to all these types of things. Internet radio, all that good stuff. If you have a good enough distributor, they will get you on Spotify, and they will try to get you on Pandora, all that stuff. Make sure you check when you get a distributor to check to see what exactly they do for you. Because some just might get your stuff on digital outlets that sell your music, and they will also put you on the streaming apps like Pandora, Spotify, all that good stuff. So be sure to pick the right one that does the most for your money. It's important. Now, I hope these tips help you, and I hope you can start doing them, because it helps a ton. Write stuff down. Just good old pen and paper. Write stuff down, make a checklist that way. If you don't like using paper anymore, make one on your phone, a to-do list. Get all that stuff done before you release your music. It'll help you, I guarantee it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe. I appreciate it. I appreciate you all watching the videos, and I love it. I read all the comments, and I want to thank you. I will see you next video.